So week 3 has been about rolling with the punches. See, we want to get to the garden, the workshop, the porch, and everything else. But before we can get to any of that, we need to tackle the basics, and that's water, septic, and solar. This week has been so rough. The well pump isn't coming till the 29th, so we're 2 weeks out from our well actually being able to produce water. Our septic guy, according to Google, there's apparently only one in the area, and he can't even do a consultation for 4 to 6 weeks, so we're SOL there. We looked into renting a porta potty, at least for the next month or so. It's $90 every 2 weeks, so $180 a month for a porta potty. You know, when we moved out here, I was really looking forward to not having monthly bills, but I suppose some things can't be avoided. All right, let's see how we do. As we look at the forecast for this week, it seems nature doesn't want us to be productive. But it's perfect cooking weather, and Athena and I love being in the kitchen together. So we're going to cook some beans and talk about what we can accomplish this week. You really want to get it on that verge of being burnt. It should look dark. It should all look a little darker than this. A little darker than this. Sabine, please.
She really wants some of that bacon.
She really wants some of this bacon. Kind of crisp up, and to get all of the excess fat out of the bacon. And through the magic of editing, the garlic is chopped. Now we're gonna slide this all into the cauldron as well. And then pepper. And where you're looking to fill is just after everything's been covered. Is this the entrance over here?
772.
There's our keys. There we are. There's our initial mail. Is that welcome mail?
Your mom was smart and sent us.
Yeah, my mom was smart and found Amazon lockers in Winnemucca. So she sent this little package here, and we got to test how the lockers work, which is pretty simple. And this is our first thing that we've had sent to us since moving to the property. So let's see what we got.
Cool. It's solar too.
Solar too, so we can charge it today.
That'll be nice for when it does actually get hot here.
And then a bug killer. Yeah, that's cool. Thanks, Mom.
Thank you.
Huh? It is kind of a mess, yeah. But it's our mess. So Athena picked up these stack jacks in Washington.
Yep.
Yep.
Plain Washington.
She brought them back with her, and now we're going to try to install them to try to stabilize our trailer a little bit. So in bringing the trailer here, there were things that we probably should have done beforehand. We didn't have any of the blocks that you put under the back of your tires. We didn't have stabilizers. We didn't even have a concrete slab to put under the jack, so it's just sitting in the dirt.
We did. You forgot it.
Oh, that's right. No, we did have one, and I forgot it. So the trailer is really just on its wheels in the dirt, and we're all just hoping for the best. And the wind's really started to pick up here in the last couple of days, so I want to get the stack jacks under it. We're going to find some tie downs and get this thing a little more secured. Okay, so let's see how these things work.
Let's do this all in one long shot for that Kent guy. 10 minutes of us like walking around.
Yeah.
Walking around the trailer.
He'll be like, hated it. I'll see you next week.
You're so tan.
I know. The back of my hands are like the darkest they've ever been.
You are the darkest I think I've ever seen you.
My pale goth days
Are over.
are over.
Oh, I wanted to get you coming through there, baby girl.
We had an idea for a project we could do in just a couple days if the weather let up, something we knew we had the resources on hand to build. Sure enough, on Thursday we caught a day's worth of sun and got to work. So the fence we're using was about $89 for 100 feet. The rebarb, wire, and cutter was around another $80, for a grand total of $169 for this fire and cook pit. So basically, you build a form with the fence, stake the corners with the rebarb, and then fill the form with rocks. This type of structure is what's called a gabion, which is Italian for big cage. In hindsight, I feel like we should have added a few more pieces of rebarb to reinforce the walls, but this is our first time trying this technique, so I'll give us a pass. With the rocks, there is some technique here. You want to work in stages. In stage 1, you're laying the biggest rocks down while trying to ensure that those against the walls have their flat side facing out. Once you have the bottom sides done, you can fill the center with somewhat smaller rocks. These smaller rocks will help with stage 2. Stage 2 is adding some tension wires between your walls, but this stage is really only necessary if you buy a lighter gauge like we did. There are heavier gauge fencing that will work just fine. It's just more expensive. And then finally for stage 3, you're looking for wide, flat rocks. These plate-like rocks will be your top, and you'll most likely want to set things on them, so spend some time picking good ones.
No, I see.
So the trick at the end here is you want these flat pieces to rest parallel to the top. So right when you get to the end, you kind of have to start Tetrising stuff in order to get it to sit how you want. So we're using these little rocks to help stabilize the big rocks into place.
The parts that you've done look real good.
Thank you. Yeah, it's coming out pretty good. For our first attempt, it's looking pretty good.
It's a nice clean finish you got.
Nice clean finish.
Maybe this isn't the one to film me doing.
Getting close to getting finished with one side. Athena and I were determined to get this done, so we worked day, night, and in the cold.
Griever just looks like he's really enjoying hanging out.
Oh yeah. When it's freezing cold out and we're all trying to warm ourselves by the fire.
Oh, he won't be there. He'll be so mad that there's a
We'll
fire.
be out by the trees.
Yeah.
In the cold.
As far away
Like we're crazy.
from the fire as he can be.
Will you hand me the pliers over there?
Sure.
Okay, so. Tape measure. We had these railroad ties left over from when we cleared a couple acres and decided they would make excellent benches. So with some cinder blocks and the assistance of a dolly, we hoisted them into place.
That loosened up the roots. Yeah, we're straight. Man, I can't wait till I'm composting and it's our own soil that you're putting in there. Nice job. Someone's built sandcastles. I know, it's nice being able to step in here.
Yeah. Okay, so my brother was getting some rocks and this edge kind of slipped and the truck rolled back. It's in this ditch now. We only got 3 vehicles and the matrix isn't going to pull this thing out, so we're going to try using a chain on the edge and trying to see if the edge can pull the truck out. And I'm going to get in the car and we'll see if we could do it. And then I'll wait for you to give me the thumbs up and then I'll start to push or pull.
Julep, julep, julep,
So before we moved out here, I tried to do some research to figure out how often we'd need the generator. This generator has been kind of the heartbeat of us surviving out here so far. And now it's not starting, and I need to figure out why. If you put me in front of a computer, I can figure out what's going on, but in front of an engine? Now we've been using propane, and I've heard that you need to change the oil less, but you still need to change the oil. So it looks like I'm headed into town to get some more oil, and hopefully that's what's wrong with it. But we'll see. Okay, let's check our dipstick here. Okay, I mean that's pretty high up there. Let me just do one more check. I think it's maybe too much oil. That's above the mark. Fingers crossed. So it was thankfully just the oil. Now it's freezing out here. Let's get back inside for a little bit before we have to do the rest of our work. I had high expectations for this week. We want to move fast and get to where we're going. But out here you have to be reactionary. I wanted to start ending each episode talking about what comes next. But I think this week has shown me that's a surefire way to disappoint myself. So instead I'll say next week we'll be doing what we have been doing since day one. Whatever it takes.